Yeah, good evening, friends. This is the last session for today. I'm sure many of you might be tired, but I'm sure many of you will go back with the memories of bada 2.0 and whatever we started off with, to excite you about the new business opportunity. Today, in this last session, you're open to ask us anything about our multi-platform smartphone strategy and so on. But we'll restrict those questions to very few. We'll focus on bada 2.0. So we would expect, more questions on how Samsung will lead the smartphone platform using bada 2.0 and how you can gain from, Samsung's movement with this bada 2.0. So let's do that. Is there some format here, or do they get mics? Oh, they have. Okay. So yeah, we are open now. So yeah. Go ahead, please. Can you use a mic nearby? I think somebody will pass on mics to you.
On? Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
If you can introduce yourself, the company, the kind of app development you've been doing, and then ask the question, that would be good. It's a good, your friends would know about it.
I am Amarjit Singh. Earlier I was working with Cisco, now working as independent, exploring mobile platform, already explored iOS and Android, now bada. My question is as such, for all these bada 2.0 OS based mobile phones, Y series, M series and 3, what is the price range they are coming up? First thing. Secondly, what is the Samsung as such timeline for further bada's development? Can we get an overall picture such that if we have to take a plunge, how much tomorrow's perspectives are there as such Samsung policy wise? Yeah.
I would make a very short answer, but I think what's very important for any smartphone platform is the beautiful devices that carry the platform to the market. So that's where the commitment from the company is to create as many good designs at multiple, different varieties of phones so that customer can afford it from a low-end entry-level smartphone to all the way to a very high-end smartphone like Wave 3, which is 1.4 gigahertz, which would be, in terms of performance equivalent to our very high-end Galaxy Android phone as well. So we are giving that variety, specific price range, whether it will be 12,000, 13,000, 8,000, 15,000. This is not the forum. We will not be able to inform that. In fact, none of us here would know about it as well. So our marketing folks in Delhi would decide the price range. About the future of bada, if you have seen, we have evolved bada from bada 1.0, 1.1, 1.2 during last year till now. So all the incremental improvements that we could give in a platform, we would constantly provide that. But once in a while, such big jumps like, voice recognition, Wi-Fi direct, full unlimited multitasking, that's a big jump in terms of developing. So such big jump also we need to provide. And you already know in our other platforms, where we have smartphones based on Android operating system, we provide upgrades to our customer like 2 or 3 times a year after the phone has been sold. So similar approach will be there in bada. So I'm sure you must have heard about it during the day, but if you have not, what we are saying is even people who have purchased bada 1.0, 1.1 phones, they will all be upgraded to bada 2.0 towards end of this year. So we are very committed to the platform development as well as providing the new updates to the people who have already purchased the previous versions of the platform.
Hello. Hi. My name is Sunil. One of the main incentives for me to develop apps for mobile phone was that does the platform support Indic fonts? So when I started out, I have a couple of paid apps in Apple App Store. And the main reason why I chose iOS was that iOS supported Indic fonts by default. So does bada 2.0 does it have native support for Indic fonts? If not, what is the roadmap?
no? Yeah. Can you answer that?
Yeah, as of now, we haven't taken this request, but Hindi will be supported in 2.0, and we are in the conversion of other languages like Urdu and Indian languages. If we take some region specific, but first we taken Hindi, and we have some encoding problems, so Unicode and conversion in the underlying platform. So we have taken care, and it will be in near future.
Okay, I have a follow-up question on that.
Yeah.
If there is not a natively supported font, can an application bundle the font, and so how is it? Is it possible? Can an application bundle a Unicode font and use it?
No, currently the support is not there.
Okay, thank you.
No.
Hello. Hello. Hi, this is Rajesh from Digital Chocolate. Basically, Digital Chocolate is doing the mobile games. I have plenty of questions. The first thing is in-app billing. The in-app billing currency or localized. For example, I'm going to upload one freemium game. Okay, the freemium game consists a lot of purchasable items. So basically the base currency is dollar. So you said it's 120 countries you are going to cover. So what about the other countries' currency? It will automatically, your server will take care. Otherwise, we have to take care.
Hi. I think we support the local currency in the in-app purchase. As with the 2.0, we have localized this with the introduction of operator billing in the in-app purchase. We are supporting the local currency also.
Okay, fine. Is bada, Flash, or JavaScript supports in-app billing?
Bada, can you repeat the question?
Bada, yeah. Flash, whatever you explained, Flash and JavaScript, is supports in-app billing?
Yeah, it has all the support of. I think it don't have a support for the commerce and ad.
Okay, and one more question is, try and play and rent and play. So what kind of communication you guys are doing? So suppose if the end user doesn't have the GPRS connection, so if you are using the HTTP, so end user has. You got it right, what I'm asking?
Repeat the question.
Try and play and rent and play, two kind of options you have showed in your slides. Okay, so what kind of communication you are doing? So how you are validating? Is it HTTP based or SMS based? So what kind of communication you are validating our application?
Good.
See, we have, fine, okay, I think I'm audible. Yeah. See, try and play is nothing but where you can go ahead and download that app locally, and that we can set up an kind of an expiration date of that application. Say for instance, I would say a day would be the try and application. Okay, I can download that app and I can install it for a day and I can use it, and then after that it gets off. If you are interested for the application, you can always go and download it, and again you can pay it for the application. That would be the try and app.
So that's fine. So if it is rent and play.
Again, I'm coming to it. Have you heard about the movie rental stuffs?
Yeah, that's what kind of communication here is doing. So it's, if the user doesn't have that HTTP connection,
It's again, it will be the rental play should also be the same format. You have to download it and again use it, and after rented would have a complete feature of that game. See, for instance, I would say I should restrict the user with first face alone. I should not give the user to go to the second phase or third phase of a game, for example. If it is going to be a rent and play, I should allow the user to have a complete game. Let him play.
My question is, that's right.
Yeah.
Question is how you are communicating to the server. You are validating.
It should be HTTP.
So if there is no GPS connection, so what? You can use what? SMS communication.
See, I believe at the moment, Samsung.
Hello. Can I?
Okay, can I stop you here? Can anyone from Samsung correctly answer their question? They are saying that if there is no GPRS connection, is there any way we use Wi-Fi or something to validate that this is an authentic purchase and then allow the rental to stop or continue? Can anyone from Samsung answer today, or would you want to send out a clear mail about this?
Actually, a new feature which we are introducing in App Store. So basically, if you without purchasing the app, you can get the full feature of it and use it for some time. And if you are keen to use it, and you can purchase it. So basically, you don't need to have an SMS messaging or HTTP continuous connectivity. While the app is downloaded, you know till what extent it can be used. So the platform can take care of it when the app has to expire.
I think the Samsung has the local their own DRM support. So the local DRM support should be able to take care of this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry folks, I think we are not clearly answering your question. So someone from Samsung will take an action. Make sure that a clear answer for this will be available to all of you by email. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh. Yes, please. Oh. Please use the mic.
Oh. Hi. Oh, hey. This is, I'm Deepak Ramachandran with SourceN, which is sourcen.com. Yeah, we have a lot of customers, of course, and Condé Nast, Time Inc., all those. We want to bring, of course, those customers to bada. And one of the questions that I have regarding, the stack is around Node.js, Socket.io, and all of the kind of JavaScript frameworks that are there that we can use. Because for us, a lot of the apps we've done, we're utilizing those stacks, and we want to be able to port them and bring them over. So,
Nabil, can you answer his question?
Can you repeat that? I didn't get the last part.
Yeah, the last part is basically, when we talk about web developers, of course, we're talking about Flash as well, but on the JavaScript side, you have Node.js, Socket.io, and other various frameworks that are there. And these are the ones that we're also very interested in. I didn't hear it discussed during the event today, so I just thought that would be something that we could look into and see if you guys have that, or any future plans to add that.
There are a couple of JS frameworks which are available, which can be used for in any kind of platforms. So our JS framework, it has an added advantage of handling the entire application lifecycle, as well as some added features like we have the WAG support, all those things. The basic JS framework, when you talk about, it will give you UI functionality and general things which JS developers can achieve in any frameworks. Our framework, it is more to do with how we can completely handle the application lifecycle as such.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not
so
to do
not
with the
specific. Okay. And one other quick question on that is to add on is, do you guys also support zero configuration networking on the device?
Can you configuration networking?
Like Bonjour, sorry. For device discovery, things like that, by default.
Can you make your question clear? I mean, what is the zero configuration about the network things?
No. So, for example, let's say I have a device and I want to discover another device on the network. I could use, zero configuration networking to be able to do that discovery through multicast without actually having an IP address.
Yeah. That's the actually the previous version of the Wi-Fi can be available with the Wi-Fi ad hoc mode.
Okay.
So, but we introduced more advanced technology, which is called Wi-Fi Direct. So, from the user's view, it seems like it is connected without AP. Actually, the insider in detail have the soft AP in there, but you just cannot feeling on that. So, no AP settings. Just putting in the bada phone, bada 2.0, there is a setting menu and the context Wi-Fi Direct menu, and then you can see the devices on the coverage. Like as I know, Wi-Fi, the coverage is 100 meters long, so you can find the other devices you can connect with the Wi-Fi Direct.
Okay, you're thinking of the ad hoc. I was more thinking at the programmatic level, where we're actually doing that discovery. So I can take this offline with you guys after, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Venkatesh from Mango Technologies. I have two questions actually. So one is in bada 1.0 and 1.2 there is a limitation for application installation. See, if I have a device, I can only install single application during development. Is there any hack or workaround for it? So that I can install 2 developer applications or more than 1 application?
I have a good news for you. Yeah. With this in bada 2.0, you can execute and install as many as application in this 2.0 device and test your application. We have an application that will be listed on Samsung app soon called Test Kit. That you need to download first. You have to register all your application in the test kit, all the detailed methods available. You can make note of the test kit. Detailed methods are available in the help section of that test kit. Using that, you can install and test as many applications you want into your device.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Another question, are there any platform analytics available for devices while choosing the platform basically? Currently, bada 1.2 and 1.2 devices, how many devices are there in the market? So those analytics...
Together we have total 7 devices in market. With them till the 1.2 devices.
No, total number I'm asking. So while developing an application, I can choose the platform.
We have almost around 7 million sales altogether on an... That's what I'm talking approximately.
Okay. So it's actually version specific. The main problem is we are getting the customer comments saying we are unable to upgrade our phone from 1.0 to 1.2 or something like that. So is there any plans that you will be upgrading all those phones in near future or something like that?
Can you repeat the version please?
Bada 1.0 to 1.2. Upgradation. Phone upgradation.
Actually, Venkatesh, I just answered Mr. Singh here about that. All our existing bada customers will be enabled to move to bada 2.0 towards end of this year. But please remember that the bada platform is carried on a multitude of devices. So it's not necessary that all the 2.0 features will be able to work properly on the previous versions of the hardware. Because for voice recognition or features like that, you might need an extra memory. So it's not necessary that all of them will work, but whatever works will be packaged such that the customer will feel a good user experience out of it.
Thank you. Are there any guidelines for the UX or something like if I go to other application development SDKs, there are precisely given application guidelines, development guidelines basically. But as in bada, I didn't find any such documents or some guidelines. For suppose the app icon should be like this and those guidelines. Because end of the day, during the testing process, they are rejecting simply saying it's not up to...
If you go, just let me answer your question. If you go in the samsungapps.com, we have a, I think, guideline available in the samsungapps.com. So how to make your application compatible. So it will define all your icon requirement, your splash screen requirement, and everything. It's listed there in samsungapps.com. It may not be listed in developer.bada.com.
Thanks. Thanks.
I had a question. My name is Nalin. I run a company called DS Tech. which has numerous published applications on OVI store, and we also developed on Android and iOS. I want to ask you that you have a price grid, that if we specify the price in euros or dollars, you will map it to a rupee price, which is affordable to India, like say 50 rupees or something, for some X euro price. Now, I mean, I have not actually published anything to BADA, but this is my understanding that the price grid is fixed. That once we've set the price in one currency, the App Store, the Samsung App Store will automatically map it onto different currencies. Is that understanding correct? The second thing that I want to ask is that if we have a published product, can we specifically set the price? Like let us say I set the price in Europe to say 5 euros and say 5 euros maps to 125 rupees in India. Can I change it from 125 rupees to 99 rupees?
Okay, so please let me clarify your question. One is the when you set a price, for example, like US dollar, and the other countries' currency is also automatically set.
Yeah.
You cannot change the price tier at all. That's what you ask?
Yeah.
But actually, we have inside the office, when you set your price tier, this actually is automatically set. But you also can change your price tier by countries as well.
Okay, so I can set it on a country by country basis also.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for example, like Russian, we consider the consumer price. So the price tier is a little bit lower in the other like US dollar, pound countries. So if you want to make a same price in Russia as well, maybe you can price up in Russia to the price tier more up. So that's why. So you can change the price tier in different countries.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Thanks.
Hi, this is Tarun. Hi. I have a simple question, like iOS and Android move to tablets. Do Samsung have any plan to moving bada to tablets?
See, bada by design, the ground up, we decided, bada should support affordable smartphones. That's why we designed the entire OS in such a way that OS can fit in 2 processor kind of system. It can fit in only one processor where it can do both the AP and the modem together. So having the design considered, and the kind of various constraints and the kind of various performance features we put in, we don't believe bada is suitable to be applied to the tablet platform. So you wouldn't see a bada tablet very soon.
Not even a foldable tablet?
No, that platform is not suitable to be assigned to the tablet kind of resolution today.
Thank you.
I have a question. This relates to the bada security. Okay, I'm Satish Kumar. I work for IBM India Private Limited, and I'm a certified ethical hacker too. So the reason why I specifically chose the security topic is that bada has a complete security, as it was mentioned. I just want to know what kind of encryption which we do in terms of security is concerned. For example, if I'm going to get any user input, I have to ensure that communication goes on a secured network, right? So I want to know if I'm going to access, or if a customer going to punch in a card on the Samsung App Store, what kind of a security to those transactions is being maintained? We have a standards, right? Like the Visa standards, Master standards, like that. What is the standard which we're going to use, or how much security we're going to offer to a customer? That is what my ultimate question here.
Security, that we use the HTTPS transaction between the server and the device.
It can be breakable. Yeah? It can be breakable.
See, no, as I said previously,
yeah,
nobody can
impossible.
claim,
I understand.
RSL laboratories cannot claim that their algorithm is very secure.
I understand that nothing is impossible.
It is used and it has many of the secure SSL, it uses pure SSL standard 3.0, and it's being used everywhere in all the bank site, for example, and wherever the transaction and sensitive data transaction involved, they use the SSL 3.0. So in this case also we use SSL to transmit all the sensitive data to the server and from the server to device.
Fantastic. That's a great answer. And one more question on the security front. As you said, the package security, like the entire coding of the Java is going to be encrypted on the web development front.
Correct.
What is the encryption methodology which we use there?
So that is very secret. If I tell you, you will try.
No.
Okay.
It can be secret, but as a developer, if I develop an application, when it comes to security, I should also be ensured that I am following those standards.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. We use algorithm like AES and to secure your data in this, and the key whatever is generated, that is being derived with multiple of methods to secure your data. It's not very easy to generate the keys for the hackers and decode your data. So there are some methods employed to safeguard your keys and generate your keys with different parameters. And so AES, as you know, it's a very secure algorithm. So no point of fearing losing your data.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Hi. Hello. Yeah, hi, I'm Pamenda from Trigma Solutions, Chandigarh. My question is related to DBMS port for the bada platform. Is there any specific database that is being supported by bada, or we will be able to, like MySQL, MS Lite?
Karthik.
We have ported SQLite 373.
Sorry.
SQLite.
Okay. So it's currently it's supporting only SQLite, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I'd like to add one more comment. Actually, we call it SQLite compatible because for the performance reasons, any of the region it could be inside of technology could be changed as solutions, but we still open and provide the accessibility to keeping SQLite compatible. So that means if you are familiar with SQLite, there is no problem to use the platform's database. Okay, right? Yeah.
Just a minute. I want to make a suggestion here. You said India is a big market for your Samsung apps, but see, currently, as he said, the Indic languages are not supported. See, that is we are losing a big opportunity here, the regional language apps, no? So that can give us a more revenue, okay? See, all of the users started tweeting on their own language, okay? So, majorly 5 languages are there, Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, and Malayalam. So, at least you try to please support these languages in the near future, okay? We want this right from wave 525 to wave 3 in the near future, please. So that's our view from India. That's a message from India to the developers of Samsung Wave.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I told you in the morning, we are continuously listening to our customers and our developers. Next time when we come back here, we wouldn't come back here without that support. So thank you.
Hello. Yeah. This is Jitendra. Like I have a couple of questions here with me. Like during one of the demos, I have observed like while creating application, we are mentioning the resolution of the screen. So does it mean I have to create separate application for different resolutions?
No.
So how you are going to support different resolutions?
Yes. So for that, we actually resolution issues is arranged because we have the 2 or 3 resolutions devices is on the market of the bada. So for that, we really try to support to solve the resolution issues when you want to support several resolutions. So anyway, we start to provide. Actually, firstly, you have to migrate your images because when the resolution changes, your images is population will be fixed up to scale for the other resolution or down to scale, but the images is got broken. Some weird line is coming up, showing up. So you should need to prepare the images for proper resolution, and that is not changed, but we provide some kind of layout, the functionality I introduced at the morning sessions. You can set the alignment and like a center line left and right, and scale up, or you can set the button is scalable to left hand to the right hand, and then kind of functionally you can use layout management. If you are not use very complex UI in your application, you can handle with our UI contours and keep take care of the issue of the resolution changings. So another way is okay. So we for that. Beside on that, we prefer some. In a bada 2.0, you can see that some kind of folder is density, normal, high, some kind of directories, because for the preferred resolution issues, so we are under the platform, we prepare some kind of the technology for handling that. So kind of it is not fixed, it's just one technology. You provide the technology for handling the resolution issues like a layout, and the other way around that we keeping the document of a migration guide in the developer side. That kind of effort we do for solving the resolution issue. Okay.
But like if I want to test my application like on different resolution screens, how it is possible? Because here while creating application itself, I am mentioning that this is the resolution my app is going to support. So if I want to, let's say like we have 3 different devices here with 3 different resolutions. So I want to test my app on the emulator itself with all these 3 resolutions. How it is possible now?
You mean with emulator?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try to answer that. First of all, when you create your application, you would have set an option called auto scaling in the SDK, right? You have to set your option of auto scaling to true if you want to support multiple resolutions. So that will export the value into your application XML saying auto scaling is supported. And then you can run your applications. The framework will handle the scaling for you. And as he also mentioned, you have to provide screen density, high, low, and medium. You can provide images in different folders if you want to support different images. Otherwise, the framework is going to take the default folder images. So if you don't support the different resolution images, then the framework will just pick up the default resolution and do the auto scaling if you've enabled it.
My question is like I have provided all the resources for all different resolutions.
Yes.
But like while creating the application, I am mentioning one particular resolution, and my emulator is also launching with that particular resolution.
Okay.
But I want to launch my app with a different resolution, the emulator with a different resolution.
I guess you just need to have the binaries for that other resolution, and you need to select, when you make your application, you have to specify what resolution you want to run.
You mean like I can select different kinds of resolutions while
creating? Yes, you should get
okay.
options like WAVE, WVGA, WAVE, HVGA, or whichever resolution you want to run it on. You have to select the appropriate resolution and then...
So,
okay, thank you.
Yeah, so added a comment, the binary is, because resolution and also the devices, the specification is different from the each of resolution and the devices. Resolution and some kind of other specification is different. So you need to make each of the binary and upload it to the seller site and getting the certification each. Is that answered right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And another question is like, I guess like Wave series has a few dual SIM phones. Like if I'm going to develop any application on dual SIM phone, do I need to take care of any special things?
I think
I wish we had dual SIM phones, right? So that's the next edition of bada.
No, I guess like already with bada 1.0 you have a few dual SIM phones.
No,
I mean Wave
currently
series.
we do not have a dual SIM phone using bada operating system, but that should be the next evolution, especially for India and China.
Okay, and one more question is, I've seen few phones coming in the market with the physical keyboard. Does this bada 2.0 support this physical keyboard? Yeah, physical QWERTY keyboard, I mean.
That's the the physical keyboard seems like on the market. Maybe some of the people very like it, but it's not. Seems very in the future is physical keypad is going on.
No,
so it depends on the market, but currently the another 3 devices not having the keyboard. So we will see on the market or some kind of situation. It's not on the planning to make it, as I know.
Why? Yeah. Because see, if we are typing some text on the device, the most of the screen is occupied with the soft keyboard. So people don't like it actually. So even the screen is very big, the most of the screen is occupied with the soft keyboard. So instead of that, like we can go for a physical keyboard.
The answer to that would be that we understand that, and we know that QWERTY and messaging is one market where people are very comfortable using that.
Yes.
Where you have touch and you also have a facility or a flexibility to have QWERTY keys on it. Yes,
exactly.
And we will only be able to tell you at this stage that we don't see that in the lineup in H2, which is this year. We will make the announcement at the right time in case we are working on any such bada phone. But we, of course, yes, you're right. If the market needs it, we cannot shut our eyes.
Okay.
Right.
And one more question is like I have observed like in all the apps, so like the back button is coming inside the app. I mean previous button. If you want to go to the previous screen, like I have to provide a separate back button inside the app, and the developer has to handle to which screen it should go. Is something like that? Because I want to mention one thing here about Android. Like it has a separate physical back button. So the OS itself will take care like to which screen it should go if the user presses the back button. So here the developer should take care of all these things?
No, we have a back button in all the devices.
No, it's not a physical back button, but inside the application that back button is coming.
Can you name an application which should be on the...
Yeah, even like the inbuilt applications, the back button is coming inside the app. When we launch the app, there I am seeing one soft key with the back arrow. No, anything like even if you open the contacts app, let's say, like the first screen will display all the list of contacts. And if I open any particular contact, and if I want to go back to the list of contacts, I have to press the soft back button.
No, I get your question, but I don't think that it should be. So they say that they've used the Music Hub. And the Music Hub has a back button inside the application to go back. So what he's asking necessarily is that do we have the keys to move back, or we need to build something inside the app to move back?
No, my question is like developer has to take care of that, the back button functionality that if you user presses the back button. Okay.
Yeah, so your question is okay. So it depends on the application things. You don't need to implement it to application terminate button like. Is that right? Your questions?
No, the back button I am saying. If I want to go to previous screen, I should press a back button, right?
Yeah. So you mean the back button with close your application, right?
No, it's not terminating the application. I'm coming to previous screen in my application.
You mean the physical buttons?
Yeah, no, the soft key I'm saying. No, in Samsung devices I'm seeing only soft back button, no physical back button.
Yes, we have the soft back button previous version of the bada. Yes.
So like, does developer has to take care of all this functionality? This going back to which screen? He has to mention everything in that app.
You have to manage with the soft back button. You don't have to do anything. The soft back button will handle the previous screen for you.
No, it's an inbuilt feature of OS that it will take care of, or the
yes, it's
application
an inbuilt
developer
feature,
has to
but you don't have a hard key. There's no hard key. There's only a soft.
So we have any API provided? So where like we can provide the back button, or is it like optional? Or
Currently in Bada 2.0 we have something called a footer, right? So in footer you can configure it to have a back button which will take care of going to the previous screen automatically. So if it's the first initial screen, it will exit the app for you.
Okay, and let's say like from Contacts app, I'm going to some email Compose app. So if I press the back button, where it will go?
It will come back to your application.
So previous application.
Yes.
So if I am handling my code inside one app, how it will know like it should go to the previous app?
That's a framework functionality. I mean, for framework, it's not about applications, it's about Windows. So the topmost window will be removed from its list. So the previous window will come to focus. That's it.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Hello? Okay, hello. I have a question. Myself Vinay, I have, the question is regarding to the navigation app. The bada, what it has got navigation app, it takes time for getting the position actually. So I don't know why it takes time to get the position where it doesn't happen in iOS as well as in Android. But still like from 1.0 it still lacks in 2.0 when I see. It takes minimum 5 to 10 minutes to get the position and start to give you the route. Actually, it's like the end user doesn't have the patience to getting the position. At that moment, he's looking for address. Like he doesn't have that address particular from that position. It's no point that using navigation app actually. So the thing is like how the Android or iOS is giving the position at a moment using either through network support or through the GPS. I don't behind logic I'm not speaking about. But actually the position has to come up at that moment. I don't know why it's getting lagged still at 2.0. That is my question.
That's a very valid question, but that's not usually driven by the operating system or the platform itself. We call it a cold start time. So when you switch on your GPS, within how many seconds you can get the first, we call it first fix. Correct. From the satellite, right? So have you experienced in the open sky bada phone taking 5 minutes to get the first fix?
Sometimes it catches the satellites earliest and I will get a position. The thing, how the Android or iOS taking the positions using some operators network. Why can't bada does that?
Bada has also powered by the location engine by a very well-known location engine vendor. We wouldn't want to name it in this forum. But even they have a facility to provide, packet switch-based augmentation of the positioning. Not just depending on the current satellite position, but there is a packet switch connection back to their server that would aid in, speeding up the finding the position of my current location. But if you have actually experienced in open skies, wave phone taking like 5 minutes to get a fix, that's really a problem. It could be a bug or it could be some situation like that which we need to check in our side. But our quality control would not allow a phone to go out in the market if it takes anything more than 40 seconds to get the first fix in the open sky. So if you have seen anything more than 40 seconds, it's kind of a defect that needs to be checked. That's not any platform problem.
My query is like, if iOS or Android is getting that, means like those OS are supporting those kind of functionalities to get the network position earlier. So is it bada is restricting somewhere else to get that functionality into the OS? Something like bada OS getting restricted with some wall where that functionality cannot be put in. So because 1.0 to 2.0 still that is pending means something is there. We can't be ported like directly into the voice. So that's my query comes around.
I'd like to again answer that if probably I didn't answer it in the first time properly. It's not the platform or the smartphone platform or the OS feature which brings up the position information within that much duration. It's the underlying GPS and the chipset and the associated functionality based on which you can get position either by using a server which is connected from the mobile to the server, and the server is getting all the GPS positions and doing calculations much faster than the mobile can do itself. And there is augmented information available based on the Wi-Fi situation around you. So such mechanisms are used by our GPS chip vendors. So depending on which wave device do you use, and underlying in that phone, if we have used the GPS chipset from particular supplier, that supplier decides what kind of GPS positioning comes into the platform. It doesn't really depend on bada 1.0 or 2.0.
Hello. Hello. Hi.
Sorry.
My name is Sagar.
I'm sorry to interrupt in between. As we're running short of time, we would be taking last few questions. You can post your question in the forum or maybe offline.
Yeah, I won't ask many questions, just two. I'm founder CEO of Pune-based company Optino Mobitech. We have a product called SMS Blocker, which is world's most advanced anti-spam app, which blocks spam SMSs automatically. This is live for Symbian and Android. Bada 1.0 did not offer SMS handling. 2.0 offers SMS handling. So can we create different folders for SMSs Is it a tough question?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah. Could you repeat your last sentence?
Can we create different folder for SMSs?
Different folders.
Yeah.
2.0 doesn't support any different creation of folders. It's limited to the native application as such.
But we can handle the SMS.
Yeah, in 2.0, the only feature in SMS is you would be able to get notified of an incoming SMS event and then search the inbox based on the recipient number and text. So these are the two new features added in 2.0. So folder-wise, there's no handling to the application.
Okay, my second question is related to business or the certification. You mentioned that it takes 7 days. Or ideally, it would take 7 days for the certification of the app. Isn't that really a too long time considering Android offers instant live of the application?
Well, so can you answer how long does it take for iOS and Android market? Of course,
No,
Android market, there's no certification, right?
I would put it other way. Why should compare with iOS when Android is now getting aggressive or when Android is now setting benchmark? If tomorrow iOS comes with 1 day.
Well, I'm from marketing, so I'm not in charge of certification, but I try to answer your question. Okay, we try to shorten the days of the certification process, but the problem is we support the diverse platforms, and it takes a lot of time to do the device tests in each local market. So we are trying to shorten it, but I cannot say that we can promise that we can the 7 days is gonna be shorter than right now. Is it answer?
Hello, my name is Tarun Sablok. I'm from Tata Consultancy Services, and my question confines to near-field communication support for the upcoming Samsung devices. So my only question is, will Samsung, all the phones which are getting launched, what are the modes being supported, and what are the probable dates that the devices with the real NFC chip will roll down to India?
Okay.
Pawan?
Hello?
Yeah, so as far as NFC is concerned, I've already mentioned in my slide it is optional, and at a suitable time we will communicate to the media and to all of you if we are having an NFC-enabled device being imported or launched in India. As far as dates for launching are concerned, I've already mentioned to you that we will start from October end, and between October end and November first week we should launch all the devices. Is there any other question you have?
Yeah, the question being is, what are the modes currently being supported in it? As you know, NFC operates in 3 modes. So I want to know the 3 modes. Are all the modes being supported?
So
okay, I would like to answer this question.
More specific.
So currently, as you know, there are 3 modes for NFC, and bada supports only read-write mode. Peer-to-peer and the other mode. Card emulation, peer-to-peer mode is not supported. It's planned for the next releases.
Okay.
Whereas read-write mode is supported. Even through event injector in the emulator, you can simulate the behavior of reading and writing to NFC tag.
You must also be planning for the upcoming mode. So my next question will be, if you are coming up with card emulation modes, do you give an option for secure element being embedded in the device, or I need to implement it with my SIM?
Actually, we are designing and planning on that feature, so we would not be able to disclose the detail. But maybe you would be knowing in the next release when both other modes are supported.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, last one question,
Hello.
please. Last one question.
I'm Nishan from Mango Techno. Actually, right now we are relying on Samsung for all the testing. There are no testing tools being available for bada 1.2. Are there any tools available for bada 2.0?
Actually, as a developer myself, I liked unit testing tools, which is provided from the bada 1.2, I guess. So, and with the, you can check the coverage of the testing. Unit testing tool and the checking coverage of the unit test, that makes it rock solid confidence when you develop your applications. So other way around, with the unit test, your unit test functions, it shows your client or maybe you have the client to giving you applications that you shows that it's tested very well, and maybe the 50% more is got covered by your testing code. That makes got a very confident feeling and your application. So that is a testing tools, I can say. And the performance analyzer is check your memory usage on the timeline in a real time, so you can check it. And also potential bug tracker is on your static code, is static analysis your code and take some security, some hole which makes errors. And the profiler, that kind of tools can support your testing.
But that is for developers, right? What about testers? Specifically about testers, about mobile application testing.
What testing?
For example, automated tools have been provided in Android, JUnit and Robotium.
Yeah, JUnit. We have the unit testing framework. This is almost same as a JUnit. It's a unit. You can check the macro. Its name is almost same, but having about the different name in it. But the test functionality is almost same as a JUnit. And also, do you know the RTL, remote testing?
We are trying.
Lab? Yeah.
We have tried the application on RTL, but the performance is quite slow. The performance in terms of graphics as well as the app handling is very, very slow.
I understand that, but this is remotely connected. So this is a service we like to help you for if you don't have the actual devices. So please use the devices that we are giving you as a gift. That's
we are bringing
makes your application better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
So also from the Samsung India R&D Center here, we have a device lab. So any one of you who would like to experience your applications on the real device, you are welcome to contact our developer forum. We have a device lab. You can anytime come and experience your applications on our real devices.
Thank you. We close the question and answer session here. If you have queries, please post your queries on the forum. We will answer all your queries. And Samsung Bada developers still accessible around. You can see the badge on them, Ask Bada. You can still walk up to them and ask all your questions. Saying that, and
No, it's HTML5 support. It's not CSS font is not supported. Going forward, we are planning to do it. It should be supported in Web App Framework directly with that then. And in your general app development, you can very well use Unicode fonts like Arabic or any Unicode font. And there are features to render it into any enriched text element or canvas. So you can very well go ahead and write application with your custom fonts. Basically, our general controls won't support those fonts. You can embed your fonts and write apps to answer his questions. Some time back there was a question, right?
Yes.
And going forward in Web App Framework, when CSS fonts are supported, you can do that as well.
The other one is like the char sets. Is it only UTF-8 is supported or it is all supported?
Which one?
You do support only UTF-8 or all kinds of char set?
Char set.
Character encoding.
As of now, UTF-8 only.
Okay.